5M, that is where I'm parked today. So I need you all to remember that so I can find my way back, okay? I'm counting on all of you. Because that would not be good if I cannot get back to my car. I would have to make base camp here at the Jurassic parking structure. And before I forget, hello everyone, welcome back to another theme park obsession video. My name is Dylan, and thank you so much for tuning back into the channel. Yeah, today I'm hanging out at Universal Studios Hollywood to check up on the coaster. Seems like every single week, every couple days actually, there's something new to talk about because they're putting up so many pieces every single day, or they're working on the main building that holds the maintenance bay and the load and unload. But I've made my way over here to this end of the structure because behind me, hold on everybody, I'm gonna spin you around, hold on. Behind me is the alleged spot for one of the new hotels coming to the property. KTLA 5 did an article the other day about a hotel coming to Universal Studios Hollywood. And it's been a rumor for quite some time. And you know how I am with the rumors and speculation on the channel? It's all kind of just hearsay until the company officially makes the announcement. But that would be kind of cool if a hotel did pop up in this spot. There's definitely enough room for it, especially if they reconfigure a lot of this stuff over here. And they have all the way up until the security check, and you know, they could alter all that stuff as well. But I guess this is something to keep an eye out for in the next few months, maybe leading up into the new year. They'll start construction, and it kind of makes sense, right? A new hotel in this spot leading up to the Olympic Games in 2028. They're anticipating a lot of people to be visiting Southern California, so a lot of these attractions are wanting to expand and build new things, and obviously accommodate people wanting to stay. So yeah, I think that would be a huge win for Universal Studios Hollywood. I love the hotels at Universal Orlando Resort. They do a really good job with Lowe's. That's their partner out there. And I love staying on property at Universal Orlando. So maybe if they build a hotel here that is a Universal branded hotel with a third-party company, we'll have to do a staycation. Because I haven't done the Hilton or the Sheraton, which is right over there. And I think the Hilton, it's either the Hilton or the Sheraton, one of the two, they're slated to get an expansion. So that's going to be fun to watch as well. But a Universal hotel, yeah, I'm all for it. And that gives people another option to stay up here too, because I know a lot of people that travel to this park to see it. They're not just seeing Universal Studios, they're wanting to go visit the rest of Hollywood because they want to see some of the Hollywood magic, right? The movie magic. And it's just right down the way. If you've never been here, it's literally just a couple exits down the freeway, and you could be on Hollywood Boulevard and enjoy all of that fun stuff over there. And we're also close to the beaches. We're not that far, and there's other tourist attractions around here. So another hotel that's Universal branded, I think would do really well. But enough about that. Let's continue the journey into the theme park. So yeah, I want to see this roller coaster. I might check up on some other things too in the park. Maybe see what kind of merch they got, if they have any new merch. And maybe they're working on something else. And maybe we'll ride the studio tour. It's been a minute since I've ridden the studio tour. Depends on the lines though, because the past couple times that I've been here, the lines have been relatively long. It's Grinchmas. They're celebrating the holidays here. They're gearing up for the New Year's celebration, which is Eve, which is a really cool celebration if you've never done that here before. But yeah, oh, someone was carrying something and they hit the roof. Yeah, if the studio tour line is a little too much, I might have to pass. And one of the main reasons why I want to ride it is because I want to get a nice view of the support structure that's being installed near the firehouse for the new roller coaster. They just put that up the other day. I posted on my X account them throwing that up. So that looks really cool. And I'm sure that element on that side of the coaster is going to get even more insane as time goes on. Let's look at the crowd here coming into the park, because oh yeah, it already looks kind of busy. So a lot of people filtering in. That's okay though, we'll still have a great day. Who knows, the studio tour might have like a total walk-on. If it's a walk-on when I get in the park, we'll just jump on it really quick. Let's go ahead and make our way downstairs. We'll not do the escalators today. We'll take the stairs. But it is a really nice day today too. It's not too hot and it's not too cold. It's like that perfect weather. I am wearing a long sleeve though. And I had a question about my long sleeves, where I get my long sleeves t-shirts. They're actually from Target. I know, big spender. I like getting some stuff at Target because I'm into the simple t-shirts. I don't really like a lot of the logo stuff too often. I have a few t-shirts that have graphic on them, but yeah, I like the simple stuff. Insomnia Cookies is still being constructed. Not really sure when that's supposed to open up. There's no official word on that, but I would assume it's sometime soon. And they recently just started construction on something new over here. We'll get to it here in the next few seconds. And someone the other day was talking about the old Hot Topic decorations they had up here, like the facade. Does anybody remember that? Go ahead and comment down below, because they redid this years ago, but before they had these massive gargoyles and it was pretty gnarly. I thought it was kind of cool though. But they started work on something new. This is another thing that's always changing at Universal is CityWalk. I feel like there's always something new coming to CityWalk. And I feel like it's getting the Orlando treatment where they're just trying to constantly, you know, push out all the old stuff and bring in some new concepts, including some Universal concepts. But yeah, you can see the walls. So this used to be the old Fossil store, and now it's whatever this is. Alrighty. Welcome to LA. Line Friends Square. Opening soon. Okay, well, I have no idea what that is. So some of you watching are gonna have to help me out. What is this? Is this like is this a clothing store? Is this a specialty like store that has you know, cards or something? Go ahead and comment down below. Help me out. I'm lost. The characters are pretty cute, so this might be another really popular thing. They opened up that Hello Kitty cafe across the way over here, and it's insanely popular. So this is potentially another big heavy hitter here at CityWalk. Made it through security successfully. Not too many people up here, but it's already, according to my watch that I'm not wearing, it's already like noon. So I think a lot of people are already in the park. So I'm bracing for impact. I am definitely bracing. And again, I forgot my shield and sword, so I don't know. I really don't know how I'm gonna win this battle. Okay, here are the wait times. Studio tour only at 10 minutes. Okay, that's awesome. It's actually not that busy today. 20 minutes for Forbidden Journey, and then we have 20 minutes for Mummy, 30 minutes for Mario Kart. Yeah, that is not bad at all. So we will for sure do the studio tour. All right, we're gonna avoid the snowflake over there. It's pretty loud in Grinchmas, so we're gonna beeline it over here to the Mystery Machine instead. Yeah, first destination is the coaster. That is the #1 destination. Oh, hello, sir. It's nice to see you. Are you excited for the roller coaster as well? Yeah, I know. Oh, I know you are. Like, I know you are really excited for the coaster. But I'll get back to you, buddy. It's nice seeing you. But yeah, this is going to be really, really cool when this opens up. I've been looking forward to a massive new roller coaster at Universal Studios Hollywood for a long time. And the fact that we're finally getting one is just the best ever. Oh, wow. There's a long line for the Grinch today. Oh my goodness, that is definitely a no-go for me. I would not do that. I would either wait till later or maybe see him downstairs. Because remember, there's a location that he likes to visit downstairs every so often. He's a busy guy. He bounces back and forth between the two locations. I don't know how he does it. But we'll get back to this in just a second because you can see there's some details starting to pop up already. Again, they're moving so fast. It's insane. They're moving fast and furious. Well, let's head over here to the lookout. Oh, dang, they're starting to take the scaffolding down. Holy guacamole. I was not expecting that. Okay. Well, this is cool. Let's see, ooh, yeah, there's a lot of activity. Oh, dang. Yeah, there's a lot of action happening down there. I'll have some zoomed in shots here in a minute, but I'm just gonna kind of survey the land. Wow. Tons of concrete work happening on some new footers, which might be for a retaining wall. I don't know if the layout goes over there. I think the layout is closer to the parking structure, and they've completed this section of the retaining wall closest to the firehouse. So maybe this is just a continuation. Because remember, they have to make sure this thing is quiet and not disruptive to the studio. Because they do film movies and television here. There's an active studio. But a lot of activity today, especially up here where the maintenance and show building is located. But yeah, the scaffolding came down, so you can see some of the brick detailing on the exterior facade. And I wonder, I was not expecting the scaffolding to come down already. I was like thinking, oh, maybe it'll come down at the start of the new year or something. And maybe they just temporarily taken it down so they can just kind of look at it and then they'll put it back up, because we've seen that happen before with other projects. They'll remove some scaffolding, they'll look from afar to see if it's what they're liking, and then they'll build the scaffolding back up and then continue the project. But that's awesome. I dig it. I can't wait for this thing to open. I'm still hoping, I'm still crossing my fingers for an opening, but a soft preview at the end of 2025, because this is scheduled to open sometime in 2026. But I'm really holding out for a soft preview, maybe sometime around Horror Nights or Grinchmas next year. That would be legitness. I wonder when we're gonna see some track work over here. It might be maybe when they're done with all the concrete work for the retaining walls, or it could be sooner. But it seems like this section of the ride has been complete as far as supports go for a little bit. I think they're missing just a few more, but yeah, I feel like this is all ready for track. And I can't wait to see the profiling in this area too. I think it's gonna be really cool. Now over at the far end, closest to the firehouse, that support structure that went in a couple days ago, still looking good. And they're preparing the area for even more, because I noticed that there's another piece that's staged just right next to it. So that piece might go in here in the next couple days. That will be really cool. And then there's a few crew members working down in that area. So again, they could all be prepped for that new piece. And again, it could be another really tall piece like we've been seeing, because I don't really know how big the element is going to be over there. It could be the height of what's already over there, or it could be another 20 or 30 feet on top of that. We're going to find out here very, very soon, because they're working so fast on everything around the site. And again, just with the scaffolding, like look at how quickly they were able to get some of the detailing done on the exterior facade. I'm sure in the next like week or so now, all of that will come down. But that new support column over there closest to the firehouse, or where the new creative building is, should go up here in the next couple days, maybe overnight tonight, because it is still a working hour for them. The time of making this video, it is Tuesday, so they have plenty of time for the rest of the week to try to get up more columns if they do get shipped out from the manufacturer. That's pretty much the view this week from the Super Silly Funland lookout. Let's continue the journey. We're gonna head back over to the French Street side to get a closer look at the detailing that's happening right here. Oh, they got something on the crane. What'd they lift into place? Could be a bunch of popcorn. Yeah, the popcorn stand does sell a lot of popcorn, so it makes sense that they have to lift in more. But and then we'll get the view from the escalator and also check out what's happening on the other end of the hill over there with the grading, which they could be doing today, or they could be working on something else. And then I think that's it. I don't know if I'm gonna go down to the lower lot today. I think I'm just gonna stay upstairs. There's really nothing too crazy to cover downstairs in the lower lot, which by the way, though, I was there the other day with some friends. I've been in the park a couple times with some friends. So shout out to those who are watching the video today. My friend Ian, Carter, and then a separate day I was with some friends, Greg and Zoe. So shout out to all of you. We had a really good time going on a lot of the rides, including the Super Mario Kart attraction. Oh, that's right, I still have to do the tram. So after we check out the French Street side, I'll jump on the tram, because then we can get a better view of all this stuff over here. So let's do that next. It's always funny how they have this water play area on during the winter. No one's doing it. It's way too cold. Like, it is way too cold for this. No, you're not gonna catch me running through that. Only in the summer. Oh. Yeah, absolutely not. Okay, made it over here. Yeah, they're getting prepped for maybe that same brick treatment if it continues around the corner. That'd be kind of cool. Or it could be a totally different treatment. I don't know. We're gonna find out here soon. And it's looking like they haven't hooked all this stuff up yet. That will happen probably in the next few months. I know they're starting to work on the LSMs, the launch fins. I think they're starting to wire those up, but the drive tire section here, I think that's still disconnected. I don't think they've hooked all those up yet. There's so many of them, by the way. Okay, I've made it over here to the escalator. I got some crew working down here on this section of the project. Not really sure what this is going to be. I have no idea what this is. And we're going to find out soon, just like the rest of the project with each development. But they've been chipping away at this the past couple of weeks. They just recently did this part right here. And then, yeah, looking back up at the LSMs, this is the LSM section right here. One of them, there's going to be many on the coaster. But this one's finally receiving its hookup. So those will be connected here very, very soon. And eventually, they will produce power to propel the coaster down this section of the course. Don't know how fast we're going to be propelled in this section. Probably not too fast and furious. It's probably going to be just a little boost to get some speed going. Let's see what's going on over here. Yeah, it's looking the same on this section. They haven't really done anything since the track install right here. And eventually they'll get to this section, which will probably be done overnight, and they're not going to do this during the day with the guests and everything, because if something happens, that would not be good. So this will be an overnight project just to connect this part of the coaster to the other part of the layout here. But yeah, I still love this element though. It's so big. It's huge. When you're here in person, you get a better sense of scale. I know on video it's really hard to tell, but when you're here in person, it is intense looking. It's going to be so much fun. Here's another good shot of how quickly we're going to come out of the stall. So the stall's right up here where the crane's flying by, and then we'll do a flip back over to right side up, down into a little ravine here, a little valley, and then back up and then into this element over the escalator. But when you look at it, yeah, it's going to be a quick transition from the inversion back to right side up. It's going to be so much fun. I think that is going to be a really intense section of the ride right here. Here's another view of the entire project. Most of the activity is happening over here on these retaining walls. You can see crews are spraying some concrete on this one. So that should be done in the next few days. And once the concrete cures, they'll move on to the next step. And I'm thinking they're going to start working on this here very, very soon too. I don't think this is going to look like this upon completion. I think they'll eventually get to this section. There's probably a reason why they just haven't gotten to it yet, and it might be because of this, some utilities, and they might need to do something with the stairs. But for right now, I think they're just keeping it because this tree, this amazing tree, has been holding out. But I think its days are numbered. I don't know if it's going to survive. I think they're going to go ahead and take it down, because everything else is being worked on except for this little tiny section. And I would assume either another retaining wall is going to go right here, or something's going to go up to maybe help with sound. Who knows? And then there's some crew members up on this section, but most of them are going to be inside the building working on the interior. These guys, I think, are just working on some more concrete work for whatever's going to be going down there. Overall, it's looking really good. It's looking really, really good. The entire thing is, especially this right here. It's just so impressive how large it is. And it's funny, everyone that's walking to and from the upper and lower lots, like, you can kind of overhear people talking about how like crazy this is already looking without any of the track work done in this section over the escalator. So I can't wait to see that and what kind of element this is going to be. It looks just like not quite a dive loop or anything, but it looks pretty similar to it. So I don't know. It doesn't look like we're going to go upside down in this section. We might get really, really close. So once the track goes in, we'll get a better understanding of what that's supposed to look like. Again, there's no official rendering of the ride either right now. Everything that people have probably seen online is just fans making the renderings of this ride. So Universal has not released the official POV of this yet. We have no idea what this is officially going to look like upon completion. I have a feeling we're going to get that piece of concept art and ride through sometime next year, maybe after the holiday season as they inch a little closer. For right now, though, this is all just a churro stand for all we know. We don't know if this is going to be a roller coaster. Actually, no, I think we do know it's a roller coaster. I think they've said it's a roller coaster on the construction fence, but I'm still leaning towards a cotton candy stand or churro stand. I mean, look at Velocicoaster. It was a churro stand all the way up until its grand opening. Okay, I've had some viewers ask me about this side of the hill, and here you go. Here's your latest look. This is what it's looking like this week. Just more clearing. They haven't cleared any of this, so maybe this is all safe, or they just haven't gotten to it yet. And then here's another angle. Again, nothing too crazy. I'll keep an eye on this in the next few weeks as the project continues to evolve. Only a 5-minute wait for the studio tour, so it dropped even further from the 10-minute wait. And I love these decorations too, the little film reels. And they still have a lot of the 60th anniversary stuff put up in the queue, which is kind of cool because I love a lot of this history. So when the line does get a little lengthy, you can check out some of the old stuff that they used to have in the park. Like, I love these old park maps, the studio tour maps and everything. Just got off the studio tour, and overall really good tour. I sat on the left side of the tram because I really wanted to get a good view of the support columns that are closest to the firehouse, and they look really good, especially now that I was a little bit closer to that area of the coaster. And again, they're massive. The scale is so hard to pick up on video, so those who are watching at home right now, trust me, when you're here in person, it's so much larger. And I have a feeling that area of the coaster is going to get even taller. So I can't wait to see what happens there in the next few weeks, because remember, they were staging that new support column closest to that section of the ride. So that might go up in the next few days. But also, I wanted to mention on the tram, sorry, by the way, for not filming it. I didn't want to film the experience. I might save that for another couple videos, but we missed a few things on the tram, and then at the end, during the Fast and the Furious section, there was a medical emergency, so they had to turn the house lights on, and then we had to, we didn't evac the tram, they just took those guests off their car, and then we left the experience, so we didn't do the Fast and the Furious finale. But what's nice is when we got back to the unload area, Universal gave us all express passes, so you could use it at any of the attractions in the park. That was really nice of them to give those out to everybody. That was literally every group that was on the tram, they gave an express pass to. So shout out to Universal for taking care of people when things like that happen. That's a really nice thing to do. It was pretty funny though how many people were bummed out that we didn't do the Fast and the Furious experience. Like the minute we left the show building, because we dipped out earlier, we didn't make it to the last section of the building. People were really bummed. They were like, dang it, what the heck? This is messed up. And then we got to unload and everyone's tune changed because Universal, was like, hey, no, here's some express passes. It was pretty funny. And it goes to show how popular Fast and the Furious really is. So I think this new roller coaster is going to be a smash hit. I'm not a big fan of Fast and the Furious as a franchise, but I do appreciate that Universal's building this amazing looking roller coaster. So I'm looking forward to that. Oh my goodness, what the heck was that? Someone must have slammed the door to the backstage area. It sounded like we were over by Waterworld, but I'm over by Potter right now. But yeah, that was pretty funny to hear people's reactions. And again, it goes to show how popular the IP really is. That's why they're making, I think, a couple more movies. They're going to keep making them if each movie that comes out makes $1 billion. Next up, though, I think I'm going to work my way back over to the Lookout one more time, because sometimes, when I'm traversing the rest of the park, they install new things. So I'm going to take one more look. I don't know if anything's going to be different, but again, I am a coaster nerd and I have to check up on these things. And then I think we're going to cruise through the gift shop, and then we'll call it a day. And I think that'll do it for today's Universal video. So let's head over to the Lookout by Super Silly Fun Land. Side note, has anybody waited all the way over here for Forbidden Journey? Maybe when it opened up back in the day, 2 years ago? Did anybody wait over here? I never waited this far out. This is like extended queue. This is pretty nuts. I don't think they've ever used this, like at least right here. I've seen them like over there, but I don't know if they've gotten this far before. Yeah, no changes. It's okay. It's always good to check. Crane is just kind of chilling right now. And then some team members are having a little bit of a meeting down there. I'm sure the meeting is involving what they need to eat next. That would be the meeting I would call for. Yeah, what's for lunch? What are we doing? We going to Korean barbecue? We going to In-N-Out down the road? Like, what's the deal? We going to Three Broomsticks here in the park? Maybe even Toadstool Cafe if we want to stay here. I mean, I think that's what they're talking about. Okay, I thought I was going to go through the gift shop, but I changed my mind. Finished up. I think we're going to slowly work our way out of the theme park, so let's head on out here. Okay, really quickly, I'm jumping into the Twosome Chocolate Emporium because look over here. They have now converted this to a bar, and it's all ready to go. It's open for your bar enjoyment. So there you go. And the drinks are actually pretty good here. I've had a few drinks at Twosomes before, here in Hollywood and in Orlando, and I dig it. And I think this is a good place if you wanted to grab a few drinks before Halloween Horror Nights or something. Do it here at Twosomes. But yeah, I am a little sad that the candy store's gone. because you know me and sweets. That is a big bummer. But they did a good job over here, and they expanded the seating, so I'm sure it does get a little busy sometimes during like horror nights and stuff. But yeah, there you go. Yeah, we're gonna have to do like a Toothsome Chocolate Emporium vlog or something soon. Maybe for dinner after a day at Universal. It's been a minute, because I think the last time I ate on property, I ate at the, I need to put my sunglasses on. Holy moly, what am I doing? I ate at Antojitos. That was the last thing I had here on property. And then before that, I was at Universal Orlando with my friends Cole and Jesse, and we ate at Cowfish, which Cowfish is one of my favorite places. And I'm keeping my fingers crossed that they build it here in Hollywood, because it's really good. Always love Cowfish out at Universal Orlando. But yeah, we should go to the Toothsome Chocolate Emporium and have a couple drinks at the bar, because I do love some of their drinks. I hope they still have that peanut butter old fashioned. I think that's what that was that I had last time I was there, because holy moly, that was so good. And I hope everyone remembers where I parked, because I do, thankfully. But for those that were keeping an eye out, thanks for always keeping an eye out for me to make sure I know where I'm going. Yeah, 5M, Jurassic Parking 5M. Let's close out the video over here. I think that's gonna be a good idea. I hope you guys enjoyed hanging out with me though. It's always fun here at the park, and it's always a great time to check up on the roller coaster, which is opening up in 2026. Oh, Bad Guys, by the way, it's getting a sequel. Just saw that the other day. And yeah, I wonder if they're gonna swap out some of these movie posters here soon. And I'm glad there's not a lot of traffic that I can see. That's a good sign, because I hate sitting in Hollywood traffic. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, you can let me know by smashing the thumbs up button. And if you're new to the channel and you love these videos from Universal Studios Hollywood or some of your other favorite theme parks, you should consider subscribing, because it not only helps me out here on the channel, but it lets you know every time I post a new video, keeps you notified. So that would be amazing if you can do that. And we're nearing 100,000 subscribers, if you can believe that. It's crazy. Just hit 89,000. So the road to 100 is getting shorter and shorter. So yeah, if you're not already subscribed, totally do that. It's free, doesn't cost a thing. I have an Instagram account and X account. Those links will be down below in the description. Be sure to follow me there as well. I just made a post on X and Instagram, so be sure to give them some love. But yeah, until the next video, I hope you have a beautiful day, morning, evening, whatever it is. I'll see you next time in the park. Bye.